Greetings and good evening. Um, I want to do a council elder spread, but before I get started, what I heard was at the beat of the drum, um, whatever that could mean. I will be using the Goddess Queen Oracle deck. Okay, so where was I? Walking to the beat of your own drum. You don't have to be walking, you can be listening to the beat of your own drum, dancing to the beat of your own drum. Whatever the beat of your own drum is, then that's what it is. So I will be using the Goddess Queen Oracle deck. There is a spread with this that is included with this deck called the Council of Elders spread. Um, it's the holidays, so there could be a lot of ancient wisdom floating around right now. So I was called to do that. But before I even opened my decks and decided what decks I wanted to use, what I heard clearly in the back of my head was beating to the beat of your own drum. So we're going to take it from there. There's also a spread called the Talking Drum Ancestral Spread, which I also might do as well. Well, I'm going to first follow my first thought, follow my heart's um, pulling me to do the council elder spread first. Okay, so here we go. All right, let's see. Can you see me? All right, cool. I hope you can hear me. Um, First card placement. It's gonna be a 5-card spread. Thank you. Liberation. Okay. And that card is what is present for you at this moment. It did kind of flip out in reverse. So someone could be totally free right now and not be aware of how much freedom that they possess at this very time. Or when, in the current future. I'm also being pulled to pay attention because of its, a reversal. Um, Someone is not free. Okay, we're just gonna get a little bit more information. Second card: what are the biggest obstacles, or what are my biggest obstacles? Because I will also be including myself in this reading. Whoa, thank you. Biggest obstacles is desire. So maybe you are not in a place where your desires are being met or you cannot achieve your desires. 7, 8, 9, 10 for liberation. It's card number 37. Add it all up together, gives you a 10. I don't know why I counted that. Desire is number 8 in the game. In the game, could be in the game. Your desire to win in the game right now, that's your biggest obstacle. Could be asked to, lay off of that for a minute, being so eager to win, be right about something as well. What must we release? I'm gonna take it. Release celestial alignment. So that's a 41 subsidized into a 5. Um, there could be a desire to meet a certain scale or a certain record or something, right? Um, it can also be for this to come out in the position of what should be released. Um, it could be what you have been granted, right, from the celestial being, um, and or what I just heard, and or the fact that there are things in place that you might not understand. Hence, with that first position card being liberation in reverse, that you just have to let go. Basically, let go and let God is what I heard, right? What support do I need? What support is needed in this time? Your intuition. So, yeah, that's another 8. This card 35, Queen 90 or Nandi. Your intuition is your support right now. What you know for facts is facts. What you know to be wrong is wrong. Your conviction is your conviction. Your intuition could definitely be heightened right now. And you can also feel that You're not free in expressing yourself and what you sense, but clearly, with the celestial alignment of what you need to release, I'm sensing that it can be something different. Okay. It can definitely be something different. You don't always have to show your hand in a situation here, is what I just heard. Okay. So, what what next steps should be taken, or what next steps should I take? All right. Last and final card, please. Fifth card. What next steps should I take? Thank you. Grounding. Yeah. So ground yourself in this time. Um, that's gonna protect you as well as heighten your intuition. Okay, I'm gonna raise the vibration of these queens just before I pull some tarot, and then I believe that's crazy. Oh, okay. We're just, maybe just to get divine. I was gonna say get some wisdom cards, but maybe just gonna do divine energy. We'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna raise the vibration of these queens. Um, Definitely for the steps that should be taken is ground yourself. Go outside, walk barefoot, go near water. This card has, I'm gonna actually show you. Both of these cards have earth-like substance around, and in Sautech or Sach, she's outside. The sun could be rising or setting. Um, but I'm getting very much so like a ritual foundation with this on the next steps that you should use and take right now in this moment. That light, that glare. Ooh. Okay, so that's definitely what I was being guided to show you. I'll show you the rest of the cards. So the first card is Liberation in reverse. Okay. Queen Mother Nanny. Okay, in reverse. And then we have the game or game. Okay. Desires. For what are your biggest obstacles? Card number 2. Card number 3, celestial alignment. Okay, you can see that. That is Nokozana. Okay, or Kozana. And then you have Queen Natty, intuition. Okay. I love her story. I'll maybe do another reading. Hopefully she comes back out and I'll read into the depths of these women. And then again, we have Sachet, for grounding. So we're going to raise the vibrations for each queen placement of the Elder Council spread. Okay. What is present at this moment for liberation? I am a I am fulfilled by love. Okay, so again, we're not feeling free, or a sense of being aware that you are free with your intuition. You are free. I just heard freely protected in the cosmos with the celestial alignment. Okay, you are free to ground yourself as well. Okay, you are free to explore your desire with the second card placement of what is your biggest obstacle, letting your inner fire warm you and not burn you with this desire. And as I showed previously, with that desire card, there's like a crescent moon with like a dagger in it, and she could be standing like on the highest cliff in the mountain where there's surrounded, I say, the galaxy, other planets, other celestial beings, right? So that is what is your biggest obstacle. Okay, so maybe you can be conflicted at this time, like no one understands me, no one's gonna understand me. I go outside, my energy might seem off and I might not be feeling this way, or people are treating me wrong and I'm not in this vibration, or I'm not in this energy, etc., etc. I don't know where that came from, but yeah, and that could definitely make you feel some type of way, right? If someone's interpreting your energy or interpreting your being or even interpreting your intuition when you say things that could definitely be accurate and it's not being reciprocated correctly. It can, excuse my language, it can piss you off. It can definitely piss you off. So with that, your biggest obstacles, letting the fire warm you, not burn you. Don't let the energy or vibration of others, whether that's in the celestial alignment or on earth, consume you to the point where you feel defeated and you're not free. Okay, because clearly you are fulfilled by love. And what must you release? I am surrounded by angels. Again, with that celestial alignment, you are surrounded by angels. You are protected. You are freely loved, regardless if you feel like you're being fulfilled in the situation or not, if you're being understood correctly or not. Okay. um what support is needed? What support is needed with the intuition? What support is I'm supported on my path with this okay, so you are supported on your path. Okay, you might not feel like it with this liberation in reverse, but you're definitely supported on your path. Your intuition, I just heard your intuition has been knocking over tables. So maybe you've been calling stuff out before it either manifests into reality, or you've been calling it for what it is, regardless of somebody was telling you certain situations or not, because of your grounding. And I was going to say, and karma, right? So clear your karma at the end. What next steps should be taken at this time? The next steps should be taken at this time. I was called here on a mission, fell out. So grounding yourself. Maybe when you go outside and you ground yourself with the world, with the plants, with the trees. There's other grounding techniques, meditation, things of that sort, stuff like that. Is for a divine purpose. Is what I just actually heard. I was called here on a mission. It's for a divine purpose. So when you're grounding yourself, I guess that's when you have that sense of peace and you're reminded of how you're supported. It's safe to shine. Okay. So I'm gonna grab the tarot now. Gonna grab some tarot. One card for each 5 cards, just to get a little extra clarity on the situation and why the elders have called us here tonight to remind us of our freedoms, our desires, the celestial alignment, um, the support that you have regarding your intuition, as well as what your true mission is. Okay, and why you need to ground yourself, the reason for you grounding yourself. Alrighty, so I'm gonna give it a nice 3, and I'm gonna give it a cut. Alright, so what is the biggest obstacle? I'm gonna ask the question again. What is the biggest obstacle? Conflict. Ooh, excuse me. Ugh, I dropped my card. It was just this. It's a cheat sheet. A cheat card. All right, so conflict. Okay, 5 of Wands. We have conflict, fighting, arguments, roles, disagreement, struggle, opposition, battles, aggression, temper, clashing, personalities, ego, strikes, chaos, disobedience, being defensive, territorial, and assertiveness. Conflict is the main word at the top of this card. The chakra that stands highly on this card is speaking. So you probably don't feel free to speak, or the council, the elders, are actually guiding you to remind you that you are fulfilled by love, and in your speech comes freedom. In your speech, when you speak, it comes with love, regardless if it is conflicting, I heard convicting, any of those things, right? There can also be disagreements, right? What I heard in the beginning of this spread was someone can feel like they're unable to freely be themselves, that they are constricted, right? And I didn't say it that way, but I said it, right? In that sense. So it could also be conflict around when you speak. When you speak, people get angry. They want to fight. They disagree with you. They struggling. It's the ego thing. It's a personality thing. Who does she think she is? Who do he think he is? Things like that, right? So that is what's present at this time. I just heard that too. A lot of things are being said and reciprocated either in the right or wrong way, and a lot of people are not taking it the right way, and it's starting um to clash with a lot of individuals collectively during this time. And I also agree with a couple of my favorite people, that's in this community. Shout out, salute to you. You know who you are. I love you guys. Um, I thank God for your life, for real, for real. Yeah. Yeah, let's just go. I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna get to that on another day. What are my biggest obstacles? What are the biggest obstacles at this time with this desire? Biggest obstacles could be your sense of independence. Again, leading after that liberation in reverse, you could probably not feel independent, right? Um, Collecting on investments. Maybe you're investing on a certain endeavor and you feel like maybe it's not going to go well. Could be having conflictive thoughts. Like you have a desire to do something and you're letting it burn you inside because you could be having a whole lot of conflict going around. You don't want to say nothing or do anything because you're gonna be looked at a certain way. Then that kind of puts you in this mental conflict of I'm not free to do as I please, right? I'm not free to make an investment or be independent or be successful or whatever the case may be, right? What must I release? You must release the overburden. Yeah, overload, the responsibilities, the problems, 10 of wands. Release the restrictions that you put on yourself. And it's crazy because we have for the second placement, let your inner fire warm you, not burn you. And this card states that it's a burnout. You feel me? You probably don't feel like, or there's been so much conflict going on around what you have become or what you're doing or what you want to do or how you've been moving, etc., to where I feel like it's not just physical, it's also in the spiritual. So I also sense that the elders, the spiritual, spiritual lead, the angels, they also are burnt out, but they're still protecting you. But it takes two to tango. So if you want a perfect outcome, you have to have a perfect mindset, and no one's perfect, so that's a horrible thing to say. So what I'm actually saying is, for you to have a positive outcome, have a positive mindset, right, okay. So what support is needed at this time? We have intuition. I'm supported on my path. You're definitely in wounded warrior energy, okay? Wounded warrior energy here with the 9 of wands, and I also see that as a digression because if you counting backwards, it goes um 10-9. We started off with a 5, right? With the conflict. Someone stepped into this independence and it shot up to a 10 of wands. Now, as we're going back around this circle, it's digressing back down, right? So now it's in the 9 of wands. It's an ongoing battle. It's an ongoing spiritual war, spiritual conflict, physical war, physical conflict, family war, family conflict. It's an ongoing battle, right? And it's also saying that you're being close to your success. I only wanted one card, but 2 cards fell out. We have, like I said, that digression. We have the 6 of wands, and then the wheel of fortune came out. So again, going back around that circle, digressing. So from a conflict, a fight, a battle, it gets overburdensome, right? Spirit wants you to know, God wants you to know that you are protected. They got you. You feel me? But you gotta help out too. You gotta do your part as well as them doing their part, right? Ancestors, guys, whatever it is that you believe or trust in the most. That's what it is. If that's yourself, it's yourself. If it's not, then you have a divine outlet that you go to get your answers and this, that, and the other, then there you go. But as I said it's crazy intuition. Okay. Okay. All right. So shit. Okay. And it can also mean being close to if I haven't said it, I think I'm gonna say it again, being close to success. You've came so far. Maybe you were in this conflict, you got wounded, bad. Okay, with the Ten of Wands, that's like my back hurt. I've been carrying this for so long. I've been doing this for so long. I've been saying this for so long. Nobody's listening. Okay, but either way it goes, you've been supported on your back on your path. You've been getting, you know, wealth after wealth, blessings after blessings. Like, you still, you might not feel like it, but you still making it. You feel me? So it's like you still making it. Either way it go. All right, you got your backbone back. You got your backbone back. All right, so what steps should be taken? What steps should I take at this time? Why am I shuffling? All right, one card, please. What are the next steps to take? What are my next steps to take that fell? Let's see. And, ooh, it fell. He said put it back. It fell in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune came back in reverse, but it says lack of control, disruption, unwelcome change, delays, and setbacks. It fell down, but it fell off the table in reverse. I know I picked up one off the floor, but it was just one. But I just heard put that back. Because somebody does not want the truth to be told for the next step. So maybe this can be the next step for somebody else. I'm not too big on negativity. Wow, 7 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So I'm not too big on negativity, but I did hear put that back, so I am gonna put that back. Which one fell on the floor that I actually picked up? Was it conflict? It was the conflict, but it was in the upright. I do take reversals, but clearly I took liberation in reverse, and that fell on the side of me. But I am going to get one once again. Holy Spirit, what type or what is the next step that should be taken? What next steps should I take? Yeah, I don't think nobody wants to know, or they don't want me to know. All right, because clearly for this to be the last card, it's like, thank you. All right, so we have the Knight of Wands. Something happening fast. Yeah. So something is happening fast, and I don't think no one is actually being quick to say it. Okay? Someone can be coming towards you too at this time. And whoever is coming towards you, what I just got with this and this another passion, what I got this, the person that's coming towards you is actually experiencing some very burdensome situations, like some very hard choices. Okay, super hard choices. Wow. As I turn the deck over, I have the 9 of Wands. I have the the 9 of Swords at the bottom, and then underneath that was the 6 of Swords. So somebody's definitely coming towards you, and then again with the 3 of Wands. So that digression energy is still there, and it could be a King of Cups that is coming towards you. Since I have 5, I'm going to show 5. And maybe they want to express some type of positive. Maybe this could be positive for you with this Sun card, and then underneath the Sun card we have the 7 of Swords. So it could have been somebody that was definitely deceitful. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. Excuse me. But that's crazy. Okay. Um okay. Um what the hell? Embrace your power. We're gonna get some divine energy. It's an oracle deck. We're gonna see what is the divine energy behind these placements. That is crazy because it just came out in the reverse. So I would understand why Spirit said put that back, because it could have something to do with these signs that's on the table. We have fire signs, highly aspected for one, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries is not here, but we have Sagittarius 3 times. So there's definitely a Sagittarius that could be going through some type of karmic cycle at this moment. I don't want to speak that into existence, but I'm going to just put it where it's at. I'm going to put it where it's at. All right. It could be a Sagittarius that is definitely going on an ongoing battle, that could be feeling burdensome right now, has to make some type of quick movement in the situation, and can also be going through some conflict right now with the fighting and arguments, okay, with the Leo. All right. They can have Mars in Sag, they could be a Moon Sag, they could be a Saturn Sag, or a Saturn Leo. Okay, and then we have one earth sign, which I believe is Virgo here. It could be a Virgo Venus. Okay, don't have to be, but that's just what symbols and signs are on the cards. So intriguing, but that is what I heard, and I'm not like no shade to nobody in the community that I know or that I don't know. No shade, no ham, no turkey. Like that ain't me, but that's what I got. So hey, hey. What is present at this moment? What is present for me at this moment? We have nurture yourself first. See, with that liberation of being fulfilled by love, let nurture yourself first. Don't be so quick um to react in this time. Oh, my ponytail. Don't be so quick to react in this time. Nurture yourself first at this time, okay? Don't be so quick to, I know we have free will to do what we please, whether that's accept people back in our life or even invite people in or go to events or, excuse me, talk to people. We have to first put ourselves first. And even as a parent, I believe that. I mean, that might seem a little selfish because it's like you don't have, you can't be doing that. You got to get kids. No, because if I'm not able to correct myself when I know I'm lacking in an area and I don't feel free to do what I need to do rightfully towards my children, because I did not nurture myself because I was so worried about nurturing the first, the next person before putting myself first, then there's going to be some conflict within yourself. So, yeah, that's just me. That's just me. That's just my thoughts on that right now regarding this read and this energy that is pulling on me. Um, what are my biggest obstacles, or what are the biggest obstacles? Being of service. Okay. So again, with this independence, with this collecting of investment, with this thriving on business, going for your desire that you know could bring you this independent wealth or this independent stability, and not letting it overtake you, but letting the fire just be at the temperature where it needs to be and warming you to create and cook up this desire the right way so that you can bring it forth and be of good service. The lighting is so, okay, but yeah. So that is the biggest obstacle. Maybe you just feel like you don't want to be around anybody. You like, yo, I don't know if I told you about the overall energies at the bottom of the deck. It's probably just with the tarot, but we have betrayal. It is safe to shine and fear and anxiety. We'll get on this after we get these. Okay, I'm just all over the place right now. What must I release? What must I release? Thank you very much. Looking forward. Okay, look forward. You're being guided to look forward. So maybe you can be you're releasing, I want to say you're releasing the past, or you're being guided to release a stressful problem, like a weight on your shoulders as well. Um or being taken for granted. Hold on. So, excuse me. What I also just heard, actually, I forgot where I was because I was interrupted and I paused the video. Excuse me. And I paused it on 28:18, so that could be significant, all right? For something. What? I don't know. What I also heard was that the problems and the stress and this weight that you've been feeling was to make you stronger and was to help you be enlightened on how you can deal with things and cope with things and turn this cycle back right into your favor, is what I just heard. And to release the point to look forward, you probably, if you're heightened in your intuition, you can definitely be seeing like, okay, I'm seeing the cycles of things that are going to happen again, uh being taken for granted. I see something's going to delay, it's not going to work out in my favor how I want it to be. I just cut the deck, wake up call, bottom of the deck, open to love. So that can be something too, like, okay, these cycles that I'm seeing again, um I really ain't feeling it. You probably praying like, yo, like I'm about to give up. You feel me? Like it is what it is. But I think you're being asked to release the point to look forward. right now. You could be a psychic. You could be so highly intuitive to the point where you can actually see into the future. You can actually see what an outcome is going to be. I'm not going to say the future, but you can see an outcome for what it's really going to be, especially depending on what people are involved, is what I just heard. So that's what you need to release right now. What support do you need? Be patient. It came out in reverse. So be patient in this time. Maybe you're not patient with yourself, with your intuition on things. You keep a lot of stuff held in, is what I just heard. You like it's an ongoing battle. I've been saying this for years, months, eons, even, depending on where you are in your ranking on this journey. So you don't have a lot of patience for stuff. And again, you're supported. You've been wounded. Your intuition has been wounded. Your body has been wounded. I just heard. Okay. Um, for what steps you can take, reassess. Reassess when you're grounding yourself and you're reassessing your mission, or you're looking for another outlet. I just heard it can go either or. Okay, so it's a time to reassess. I'm gonna look up the definition of reassess just for those who might not know. I like to make myself remember things as well. I am recording on my computer. Excuse me. This is so long reading. Okay, reassess. Consider, assess again. Yeah, grounding. So maybe when you go through these moments of grounding yourself and going through meditation, you'll be able to reassess your mission, reassess your intuition, right? Reassess your patience at this time. Okay, tune out distractions on the bottom of the deck. So with this overall energy, I hope I made clear sense of this all to the best of my ability. So um another thing that I'm getting with the conflict that happened, there could have been someone that played a betraying hand. Out of the signs I've called, it doesn't have to be those signs, right? It's just those are the signs that popped up. And for the last five at the bottom of the deck, we have Gemini, Aquarius. There's the Aries, the Pisces, and then the Sun card is equal to Leo, but it's a Sun, which also is conscious and ego. And then we have the Seven of Swords under the Sun, which is the fifth card, Aquarius. So yeah, there could have definitely been some betrayal here. Okay, it could have left you feeling fearsome, negative, you know, as well as um, unable to cope with certain things. So it could have been, you not being able to cope with certain things, wrap your mind around certain things could have definitely start some type of conflict and put you in this I'm not free type of mentality, right? But you are being guided to tune out the distractions and know that it is safe for you to shine. Do what you have to do for you in this time, and so on and so forth, so that you will be able to be of good service the best way you can in whatever endeavor that you are on at this time. Um, be patient with yourself. You can't be patient with others if you're not patient with yourself. And for that to come out with the what support you need, that's the support you need. Maybe you're not only patient, you not being patient with yourself is basically you also saying that you're not patient with your spirit guides. You're not patient with God. God has a divine timing for everything, and it sits right next to celestial alignment. So it's like, yo, everything happens for a reason. I give the toughest jobs to my best warriors, is what I just heard. And we do have the Nine of Wands on the board. So that's really all I have. I don't want to drag it. Um, Again, happy holidays to all that celebrate. Season greetings to those that are in tune with the seasons, so on and so forth. And I will be back with the next spread. Doi 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 doi. Later, all right? To the next one. Love you.